Primary day is less than 3 weeks away in the race for New York City mayor. Currents News has asked all of the frontrunners, Democrat and Republican, to join us to tell us why they should be our next mayor. Today, we're speaking with Republican candidate Fernando Mateo. And Fernando, let's get right to the issues. A big concern for New Yorkers right now is crime in the city. There's been an uptick in anti-Asian hate crimes and incidents on the subway. We mentioned earlier a woman was pushed onto the tracks yesterday. Someone was slashed on Monday. What's your plan to make the Big Apple safer underground and on the streets?
Well, crime is the biggest issue for all of us. It's not just the subways, it's the streets, it's the litter, it's the disrespect to our men and women in blue. My plan for making our city safer is the same plan that Rudy Giuliani had when he came in 1994, when this city was crime-ridden. We need to make sure that we have enough law enforcement officers out on the streets, that our police officers are respected in the streets. We've got to make sure that we get rid of bail reform that has really crippled our city, and Democrats are responsible for that. I pledge to have 2 police officers on every subway platform throughout the city, throughout the 4 boroughs, and I will make sure that every subway station becomes a safe haven for anyone that's in trouble. Right now, you run into the subways, you will get killed. When I am the mayor, if you run into the subways, you will have a safe haven place because there will be police officers there to protect our citizens.
That would be great, but how do you pay for 2 police officers in each subway station?
By making sure that we bring our economy back. We can't bring our economy back if crime is high. No one wants to be in a city that's crime-ridden. Everyone wants public safety first, our economy and small businesses second. I can bring in 50,000 new small businesses quickly to New York City by giving the business owners a 10% tax break on payroll taxes, the same way we were doing it for Amazon. Rather than creating 25,000 jobs, I will create 500,000 jobs, and those tax revenues will allow us to bring in more police officers and make our city safer. It's about bringing and raising and making sure that our tax revenue is there. I will assess property taxes, lower them, and cap them so that real estate owners and developers can come into New York City and create a better and bigger tax base for New Yorkers.
And going back to the defund the police movement, I know you're against that, but there are still so many people in New York City who want to defund the police. There's tension between community members and police. How will you improve relations between the officers and the residents?
Well, understand, I come from the inner city. I come from the projects. Usually it's legislators that are leftists, that are socialists, that are communists, that want to defund the police. But guess what? They are the first ones to dial 911 when they're in trouble. New York City is the capital of the world. It should be the safest city in the world. And when I am mayor, I promise every New Yorker that our city and our streets will be safe. There will be law and order, and our economy will come back.
One last question. I know you were born in the Dominican Republic, and the Brooklyn Diocese is known as the Diocese of Immigrants. How will you help immigrants in the city, particularly the undocumented?
As an immigrant myself, I will not have a sanctuary city. I don't believe in sanctuary cities. If you commit a crime, you will be deported. It's the only way to keep our citizens safe. It's very important for immigrants to know that they're welcome here, but they need to have a job. They need to pay taxes. They need to show that they have revenues in order to support their lifestyle. We need to make sure we can help them navigate that. But we will not have sanctuary cities for anyone that are committing crime in our city.
All right, Fernando Mateo, Republican candidate for mayor, will be following your campaign. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
If you're watching Currents News on YouTube, be sure to hit the subscribe button and click on the bell to get updates to all of our newest content, because we are putting your faith in the news.